Do you love your dog? Then what if I told you you might be feeding them something that's slowly killing them every single day without even realizing it? I know that sounds terrible, but the truth is even worse. Some very common foods, maybe even something you gave them this morning, are the reason thousands of dogs end up in the ER every year. And heartbreakingly, many of them never come back home. If you've ever thought, it's just a small bite, or they've eaten it before and were fine, then this video is for you, because it's exactly those thoughts that could be silently killing your dog, one day at a time. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal 9 dangerously toxic foods that most pet owners unknowingly feed their dogs, along with expert veterinary advice to help you avoid tragic mistakes. And if you truly care about your pup's health, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Each week, I share practical, easy-to-understand info, and sometimes it might just save your pet's life. Let's begin with the first one. A food that seems harmless, but is one of the deadliest silent killers for dogs. Chocolate. A sweet gift for humans, but a death sentence for dogs. Just one small piece of this seemingly innocent treat can stop your dog's heart for good. The culprit is a chemical called theobromine, something dogs can't metabolize. It builds up, wreaks havoc inside their bodies, causing seizures, vomiting, and in severe cases, heart failure in just a few hours. The scariest part? Smaller breeds, the tiny ones you cuddle with, are especially vulnerable. There have been fatal cases from just half a bar of dark chocolate. It's heartbreaking, giving what we thought was a treat, only to realize it was a punishment. And that's just the beginning. There are even more innocent-looking killers, like a bit of garlic-seasoned meat or soup with onions, that slowly and silently destroy your dog. Garlic, onions, leeks, and chives all belong to a group of compounds that destroy a dog's red blood cells, leading to severe anemia without any obvious signs. It's not like they collapse right away. It's days of lethargy, pale gums, fast heartbeat, weakness, and no one knows why. The worst part? These ingredients show up in so many of our meals. A bite of grilled meat that's been marinated with onion or garlic can be enough to start the damage. And the danger grows when owners think, it's just one bite. For dogs, when it comes to toxins, there's no such thing as just one bite. Next, we have a tiny sweet fruit. It looks healthy, even innocent, but it's the #1 reason dogs end up in kidney failure. Grapes and raisins, fresh or dried, can cause acute kidney failure. Just 2 or 3 can trigger vomiting, diarrhea, dehydration, and then quiet collapse in sensitive dogs. The cruel twist? No one knows exactly what in grapes causes the damage. There's no antidote, no safe dose. Even if your dog's eaten them before and was fine, next time could be fatal. Even worse, grapes often hide in baked goods, cereals, desserts. It's not just about avoiding them. You need to warn your whole family, because one sweet gesture could lead to a tragic goodbye. If you think natural foods are always safe, think again. There's another sweetener, not from nature, found in candies, gums, and even sugar-free treats, that only takes a few milligrams to shut down a dog's liver. Xylitol, an artificial sweetener often found in sugar-free products. But for dogs, it's highly toxic. When they eat it, their insulin spikes, causing a dangerous drop in blood sugar. Within minutes, they might tremble, weaken, seize, and if not treated immediately, die. What's worse is xylitol also hides in toothpaste, cough syrup, even sugar-free peanut butter used to hide pills. One careless moment, and it might be too late. Feeling overwhelmed? I get it. But there's more, and this one doesn't even come from your plate. It's in your kitchen, and if your dog eats it, it can cause bloating, alcohol poisoning, and even death. Baking powder and raw yeast dough. If eaten, they continue to rise inside the dog's stomach, creating gas, bloating, excruciating pain, and even internal rupture. Yeast also ferments, creating alcohol that makes dogs drunk, wobbly, disoriented, and dangerously hypothermic. like alcohol poisoning in humans. You might think, why would my dog eat dough? But if left out on a counter or spilled on the floor, it happens more than you think. And often, no one suspects it until it's too late. But wait, think you've heard it all? There's another natural, common item, maybe part of your morning routine, that can send your dog's heart racing, legs trembling, and end in sudden death. Ready? Coffee, a daily ritual for many adults, but a biological nightmare for dogs. Even a small amount of caffeine can send a dog into panic, irregular heartbeat, uncontrollable shaking, and if not treated immediately, cardiac arrest. The biggest danger is how easy it is to overlook. A cold cup on the floor, a spilled energy drink, or even used coffee grounds in the trash, all can be deadly doses. What breaks my heart is that most people don't know until it's too late. When the vet finally explains, they just cry. I only turned away for a minute. Still think that's unlikely? Here's the next part. And it's about something people often think is a treat for dogs, but ends up sending them to the ER after every holiday or family BBQ. Cooked bones, especially from chicken, ribs, or pork, can shatter like glass when chewed, creating razor-sharp shards. These can puncture the mouth, throat, esophagus, intestines, or worse, cause internal bleeding and blockages. Some dogs have died from a single bone thrown down for fun. The real tragedy? Their owners just thought, they love chewing bones. It's natural. But not everything natural is safe. There are safe, vet-approved chew options out there. Yet too many people choose a deadly freebie over a life-saving investment. Even if you avoid all human food, there's one more risk. A food you may have never shared, but your dog could have found by accident or when you weren't looking. Peanut butter. It seems harmless, even healthy. But if it contains xylitol, as many sugar-free brands in the US now do, it's a ticking time bomb. Just one spoonful can cause sudden blood sugar crash, seizures, and death within hours. What's worse? Many use peanut butter to give dogs pills or as a training treat. And it's heartbreaking when they're left holding a convulsing dog, fading away in confusion, thinking, but I checked the label. Check again. Sometimes, one tiny word, xylitol, can decide your best friend's fate. And finally, there's something not from the fridge or the table, but it's still on the kill list. Something that causes a dog's stomach to explode, simply because it keeps growing. Yeast dough, or unbaked bread, doesn't stop once eaten. It keeps rising in the dog's gut, producing gas, creating pressure, and causing severe bloating. It's not just painful. It can lead to ruptured intestines, alcohol poisoning from fermentation, and ultimately, organ failure. What's horrifying? Many people store yeast dough within their dog's reach, thinking they won't eat that. But dogs aren't picky. If they're curious, anxious, or bored, they'll chew anything. And then you'll find them struggling to breathe, belly swollen, unable to move, with no idea why. By the time you get to the vet, it might be too late. We've just walked through the silent killers most people mistake for normal, even loving. But don't feel discouraged, because up next, I'll share a list of natural foods, not only safe, but proven to help your dog live longer, healthier, and happier. You've made it through a tough journey, one that many shy away from, because the truths are painful and hard to face. But the fact that you're still watching shows one thing. You're a truly caring pet parent, someone who doesn't just love their dog with emotion, but with action. Remember, sometimes the best thing we can do for someone we love isn't to give more, but to know when to stop. Stop the habits that harm, stop the treats that aren't, and make space for smarter, kinder choices. And if you want to know which foods actually help your dog live longer, get sick less, and always greet you with a wagging tail, don't miss the next video. I've put together a great list of nutritious favorites your pup will absolutely love. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button so I know you're with me. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll be back every week with stories, tips, and little lessons that can make a big difference for you and your four-legged friend. Caring for dogs doesn't have to be complicated, as long as it comes from the heart. And I know you're already doing a great job.